Hello and welcome to the TechBytes audiocast. My name's Tim and I'm from the TechBytes blogazine, and with me is Dr. Roy Shestowitz from the TechBytes website.
It's Friday night and I'm gonna get sauce. I fought the troll and the troll lost. I fought the troll and the troll lost. He tried to boss me and was outbossed. I fought the troll and the troll lost. I fought the troll and the troll lost. Underneath his creeper bridge, hoping goats will cross. Quoting Ashcroft and Tom Ridge.
Hello, good evening and welcome to episode 38 of the TechBytes audiocast for Monday, April the 11th, 2011. Hello everybody, we're all back. The good news is it's me, Gordon and Roy, and the show's going to start off very shortly, but first I'll explain why we're a little bit late on producing this episode. Those who hang about in the IRC channel or see my numerous rantings on Twitter and Identica will have seen that my landline connection has been down, and like Roy, I had a bit of a problem with British Telecom, so last week on Thursday when my net connection went down, I was straight on the phone to BT and asking them to fix the problem as soon as possible. I was very angry with BT because they treat me like a new user and would ask me questions which I felt were far below my level of expertise. And being the computer expert, the consummate computer expert, I was answering all the questions and saying, yes, I have tried that, yes, I have tried that. So on rolled the weekend, and the weekend came and went, and the internet connection still wasn't on. And then today I come back and I'm told that it's now up and running, and I have a little look, and sure enough, all the lights on my router box are all lit up. So far, so good. It now transpires, after speaking with my lovely wife, that the one thing I didn't check whilst I was in my techno-genius rage talking to BT, who were trying to patronise me, I never thought to check the router was actually plugged into the landline in my son's bedroom. And what's actually happened is my little devil of a son has unplugged it. And that's what brought my internet connection down. And there was in fact nothing wrong with BT and nothing wrong with the line. And it was a case of my own stupidity of being too advanced as in not to check the landline connection physically in the first place. So after an apologetic call to BT, and I thought I had to give them a call to apologise and say it was my fault, thankfully they didn't charge me for sending out an engineer. I don't know if an engineer turned up or whether they just realised I was being a twit and thought I would come to my own and find out for myself. But suffice to say, I'm back online. In the future, I've learnt a valuable lesson. I certainly won't jump to conclusions and blame everybody else but myself. And next time the internet goes down, the first suspect in the case will be my son. So without further ado, I think I've ranted on enough about my BT experience. And I must say, to be fair to them, they were very polite. And I think they got the impression from when they were checking their systems that there wasn't a problem their end, but they were being very kind and not knocking me down. And so let's be fair to BT and give them a shout out, because they were very patient with a stupid user like me. Without further ado, we've got quite a few topics to cover, and I think Roy will be starting off the show. We've got a couple of tracks as well. We're going to play some new Creative Commons music that I've discovered, so I hope you'll enjoy that. And at the end, we'll have our usual feedback and general discussion for the next show. So with that in mind, we'll go straight over to Roy. Roy, it's all yours.
All right. You sort of mentioned BT. I just want to mention something very quickly. Some people know about my experiences with BT from previous shows. They basically, by accident, disconnected my line for like 2.5 weeks. Eventually, they found out, they disconnected again, connected again. And it took me a while to actually convince them they had, in fact, disconnected the line, because I told them the line disconnected. And they're like, no, it seems to be fine. And then they found out, and somebody from India called, and they actually called my friend, they didn't call me, and he was staying on the line. The line is fine, but we made a mistake, and he just kept saying that. Anyway, the thing I got today is they want the hub back by post to them, but it's an automated message. It's obviously a mistake because they possibly think that I have two of them. And anyway, I have a person sort of assigned to me because I was complaining about them in public. So I had a person contact me and try to kind of keep me quiet for a while. And anyway, I just sent her the email and said, that's ridiculous. That's obviously a mistake. And yeah, it should be fine. At least I actually stay connected the entire time. Anyway, so we have the show today, which I thought should cover a couple of things. The first thing that we had in mind, we spoke about is in IRC channels. was the situation with regards to Grok pretty major news to me personally, especially because the nature of my site is quite similar to what Pamela Jones has been doing in Grok since 2003. The site I've been running since 2006 or so is concentrating on a somewhat different aspect of the same sphere and the same issues. But it didn't really come as a big shock to me. I said just before the show, I should say, I spoke to Tim, and I was explaining to him that just hours before she made the announcement, I had some conversation with her, and I wasn't sure if it had something to do with the conversation we had, which sort of made sense considering prior posts that Pamela had made about the fear of running the site because of legal threats, because of the need also to sometimes do something, which pays. Obviously, Grok is just volunteer work; she isn't being paid for it. And any person saying, "Oh, it's funded by IBM" or by something, is just lying, completely lying, trying to discredit the site. And the same is true for my site, which I never made a penny out of. I think I had a donation of $1, maybe at some stage, and that's just about it from one of the readers. Anyway, the thing about Grok, what did you guys hear about it and think about it?
Well, Gordon, since I hogged the microphone for the first part of the show, I'll let you
Yeah.
comment first.
Grok is a strange one. I mean, I am subscribed to Grok, but a lot of it is, it's really, a lot of them are long posts, and they're really involved posts to read them. So a lot of the time I kind of skip over them. As much that I'm interested, it's just, I mean, Pamela does know her stuff. She definitely does. And she does go into a lot of detail and laying things out. It's just a lot of it's way over my head. It's just too hard to read. So I kind of get it from different summaries and other sites rather than straight from Grok. I mean, from what I understand, her reasoning or her reasons for saying, well, this is Grok is over now, is that it was primarily set up to deal with the SCO thing. And it's been following all the various resurfacing of SCO, and then they're killed off, and then suddenly someone else finds like some Frankenstein-like electrodes to jump start them again, and they're immediately back up making all these claims again, and trying to delay things and whatever. So once SCO were finally run out of options in the courts, the SCO case is essentially over. Linux has won, and that was the reason. I mean, I could quite imagine it took an awful lot out of her. I know what it's like to try and come up with, to feel the pressure to do like one blog post a day. And I blog about lots of different things. Some of them aren't that long, some of them are. But for her, I can imagine that would be crazy.
She used to do about 5 a day. Until about 2007 or 2008, she used to do like half a dozen per day sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's very technical as well, and what she's talking about is basically a lot of legal tightropes, claiming things but making sure that they're accurate and they're honest. Because I mean, I dare say they would be trying to look at for any excuse. Well, you've worded it like this, therefore it's defamation, therefore you'll get a lawsuit type of thing. So I would imagine it would take a lot out of her.
Well, Gordon's really just echoed what I said to Roy before the show. I found Grok an absolutely excellent site. I mean, there was no doubt the amount of work that was put into every single article that appeared on that site, with the research, with the wording. But I didn't find it immediately accessible. I do like a site where I can just glance at it and get a blast of information, know exactly what's going on. And I found that Grok was very in-depth. It required you to read it and maybe read it twice. Sorry.
One of the things about the styles of Grok, because it cites a lot of sources, it's very different from what you may consider to be a news site or even a blog post or places like Torrent Freak, for example. And the reason is it doesn't actually tell the story in the first sentence or the first paragraph, which is something you're supposed to do if you write it to be a generally accessible articles. So you can just read the first paragraph and know what the story is about, and then go into the specifics. And this is something I face sometimes as well.